Hey guys, sorry about you seeing me play along guitar shit to Tomb of the Mutilated, but that's okay. It's because today's the 20th birthday of that album, my all-time favorite death metal album. So, with a little inspiration from Big C, the guy who does the metal spoken word, as you may have seen before, I'm going to do the same. Except I'm not going to do the same passage that he did for Cannibal Corpse. I'm going to do something different. I will be reading you a passage to one of my favorite Cannibal Corpse songs, Addicted to Vaginal Skin. Hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Let's begin. A relapse of my body sends my mind into multiple seizures. Psychologically, a new human being, one that has never been. Cursed by the shaman, his voodoo spell has my soul. My limbs go numb. I can't control my own thoughts. Are his now. His evil consuming me, ever telling me, begin the clit carving. It's slowly turning me into a flesh-eating zombie. Knowing this spell can only be broken by the vaginal skins of young women, I proceed to find the meat. Their bleeding cunts will set me free. Swollen genitals pulse, warmth seeping from this body, rotted after I suck the blood from her ass. I feel more alive than I've ever been, even though now I'm dead within. My mouth drools as I slice your perineum. My body smeared with the guts I've extracted. Through her hole came swollen organs, cunnilingus with the mutilated. My spirit returned from the dead, released by the priest, but I felt more real when I was dead. The curse is broken. I have a dependence on vaginal skin. It's become my sexual addiction. I must slit the twitching clit. Rotted cavity hold the juice. Between the legs, I love to carve. My cock is dripping with blood. Wasn't that just a fascinating read? I thought so. Happy birthday, Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated. Happy 20th birthday. Man, wasn't that just a lovely, lovely read? I really thought so. What's up? It's me, Duncan Cage fan. I figured since it's the 20th anniversary of Tomb of the Mutilated, I might as well review it. I mean, this will be my first old school album review that I've ever done so far, because all the ones I've done were new ones. As you may know, this is by far my favorite Cannibal Corpse album, as well as my all-time favorite death metal album. Now, if you're not too familiar with Cannibal Corpse, I suggest you leave. They are a death metal band hailing from Buffalo, New York, but they're nurtured in Tampa, as they like to claim. And this is their third full-length album. This came out in 1992. Well, actually, September 22nd, 1992. So 20 years to the day this came out. And what do I gotta say? I mean, let's start off with the artwork. Fuck. This artwork, I don't know how the hell... I mean, figured they couldn't get away with this when they released this album. And no wonder why they were banned from playing anything off this album in Germany and a couple other countries that I can't remember right now. But let's actually talk about the album itself. Now, this is the third album that featured Chris Barnes, the original vocalist, on vocals, of course. And this is, in my opinion, the best work that Chris has ever done when it came to his vocal performance. His vocals, I mean, if you remember his vocals from Butchered at Birth, they're extremely guttural. He's arguably the first one to do the gutturals in death metal, in my opinion. Yeah, his vocal performance on this and his lyric writing on this is just utterly disgusting. I mean, songs like I Come Blood, Split Wide Open, Necropedophile probably being the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. Well, one of the most disgusting things, because the lyrics are just, oh my god, they're so graphic. But nonetheless, it's awesome. And
and stuff like the cryptic stench and intros ripped from a virgin's cunt, postmortal ejaculation. I mean, what else do you want from Cannibal Corpse? They have really graphic lyrics and very graphic song titles. This album, like I just went over Chris Barnes' stuff. Bass-wise, I mean, Alex Webster, easily the greatest death metal bass player ever. I mean, most people would consider him the Steve Harris of death metal. Like, I've said that in my review of Torture back in March when that came out. And it's still true to this day. I mean, he's still one of the best, if not the best bass player in death metal. And overall, one of the best bass players in metal, period. The guitars in this, former guitar players Jack Owen and Bob Rousset. Oh my god, it's just some of the crunchiest fucking guitars I've ever heard in my life. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, and pretty much those two wrote the intro riff to Hammer Smash Face, which is arguably Cannibal Corpse's most popular song, and the intro riff is easily one of the most recognizable riffs in metal, period. And then the drums, oh my god. This is easily one of the best drum performances in Cannibal Corpse's discography. I mean, Paul Mazurkiewicz is a complete machine on this record. I mean, I don't know how the hell he did it back then. I mean, the drums on this album is just solid as hell. I mean, I can see why Dave Lombardo was a really big influence on the guy. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. Yeah, that's all I got to really say about this album. It's a masterpiece in death metal. That's why it's my favorite death metal record, period. And when I bought this, I actually bought this like a little over a month ago, and I'm really glad I did, because I somehow got the original press of it. I didn't get the re-release of it. But if I want to name off my favorite songs, fuck, all of them, from Hammer Smash Face all the way to Beyond the Cemetery. But my absolute favorites on this album, of course, Hammer Smash Face, I Come Blood, Necropedophile, intros ripped from a virgin's cunt, and Addicted to Vaginal Skin. Those are my top favorite songs off this record. If I were to give this a score, I'm probably going to give this a 10 out of 10, considering that this is my favorite Cannibal Corpse album, and it's absolutely perfect for death metal, in my honest opinion. So that's my second 10 out of 10 I've ever reviewed, for me, really. If you don't listen to Cannibal Corpse and you're into metal, I suggest you start off with this. I mean, you can start off with the Corpse Grinder stuff if you want, which is not a big deal, because Corpse Grinder stuff is great, but this is definitely a good start for their first album, Eaten Back to Life, or Butchered at Birth, the second release. So I'm going to conclude this review. I hope you guys enjoyed that little metal spoken word inspiration video you saw earlier. And yeah, peace out, keep it metal, make sure to subscribe.